Hello, my name is Butch Rigby, and I met Diane some 45 years ago in January of 1979 when I took a fencing class at the University of Missouri at Kansas City. I eventually joined the UMKC fencing team, and she went from teacher to coach and mentor. Now, Diane was a great coach and taught us all of the things that great coaches teach you, but she was a great mentor and a great friend, and she taught us all how to live our lives in a great, positive, adventurous way. All of the guys and girls in that class became lifelong friends, and so did Diane. 45 years later, we still talk all the time, and I couldn't think of a better representative of the sport than Diane at the Olympic Games 2024.
Hello, I'm Kim McTurnan, and Diane was my fencing coach at UMKC. I found her to be kind, patient, and very good at explaining things, sometimes at great length. Really lengthy sometimes. But she's one of the nicest folks I have ever met. When I went to a tournament in New Orleans with the team, she was also a competitor, and her demeanor changed, and her game face was on. I have seen so few people in my life quite so intense. We had many enjoyable meals with the group, most often at Gates Barbecue in Kansas City. To this day, I can't drive by one of those restaurants without thinking of Diane. Bonne chance à Paris at the Paralympics.
Hi Diane, it's Dan Fleming here. Just want to tell you that congratulations first of all for being selected as an ambassador for the Olympics in Paris, and they couldn't have selected a finer person, someone with kinder heart and more knowledge and enthusiasm for the sport of fencing in particular, and tennis, and I know other sports too. You were really probably one of the more influential people in my life in that, you taught me to fence, and most of my friends have come from competitive circumstances, such as fencing particularly, and they're still some of my best friends and my longest time friends and closest friends. And this one I got when I went to the national championships for the first time after having won the state championships. But and you taught me so well how to compose myself, techniques, and how to analyze the opponent, and those lessons are not just fencing lessons, but they're life lessons. This T-shirt I got competing at the World Masters Championships where I medaled, and the next one was to be held in Australia. Didn't get to make that one. They didn't hold fencing. Oh, this one, we went to the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. I thought that was something else, and we went as a team, and it was a great time. This is a couple of fencing clubs I've been to. This one, Chris Mettis, and I can't remember her name now, the gal who was the woman saber fencer. You're one of among them, but this is back when they didn't accept women as saber fencers. This is a university T-shirt, fencing, my own design. And here's one of my favorite T-shirts, my fencing T-shirts here, and you're well familiar with this. I've got a couple of pictures of you in them. And there's the very first fencing T-shirt that I ever had, and I still got it. So anyway, I just want to wish you all the best in the world. I can't wait to see you again, and I really miss our annual breakfasts. So we're going to have to do something to make sure that we do get to see each other with everybody. And congratulations again. Love you much. Bye.
A short story about Diane. Well, when we were on the fencing team years and years ago, Diane would shepherd everything that we did and try to guide us on how we behaved. And we had a pretty close group of friends, and we used to travel a lot on the fencing trips. And she came to me one day rather seriously and said, "Hey, we have a little bit of a problem. One of the members, a new person that was wanting to join with the group, felt a little left out because we were being too nice to him, and that when we were interacting with each other, we would always rib each other and joke with each other, and he was being left out." And I said, "Well, It's kind of a reverse universe, being talked to because you're too nice to someone. Well, short time later, when we were on a trip, this particular person's first trip, we went to St. Louis for a fencing trip, and he showed up in a one-piece pajama outfit with the feet still sewn in, and, well, the problem was solved.
Over 50 years ago, when I was a college student and a fencing student, Diane Stephenson said to me, "If you know math, why don't you be a doctor?" So that is what I became, and she truly made my life. She didn't just change my life, she made my life with this suggestion and encouragement and support, as she's done with so many other students all of her life. She's devoted to helping people. So this is a tribute to her, and thank you for everything you've done for me. It made my life so full.